Hello, I'm Julian from Holden Vintage, and I want to talk to you about 123 electronic ignition, and I've got a little bit of a range here. This is an original style distributor. This is a Morris Minor one, as it turns out. It's a Lucas 25D type distributor. It's got the original contact breaker points inside, traditional rotor arm, and a condenser. This happens to be a new version of what would be typically fitted to lots of cars. Now the equivalent 123 distributor, from inside you can see there's no points, there's no condenser, anything like that. There's all sorts of electronic gizmo in here. The traditional rotor and cap is similar to that one, but everything else, the weights, the springs, all that kind of stuff is now electronic. And with this distributor, behind here, you can take this plug out and there'll be a switch inside. And that switch can select various advance curves that are available for this particular distributor. Now this is one with preset advance curves in it. And to allow you to know what you've got a book that comes with it. It's multi-languaged. The English bit, we've got 4 pages worth of stuff all about it, and you've got some diagrams telling you how to do it, whether it's positive earth or negative earth, and you've got all sorts of advanced curves for different cars. Now, we were talking Austin Rover here, so here's the Austin Rover page, and it's Mini, Morris, Midget, that kind of stuff, and it'll tell you here all the various details of the curves that are available within that particular distributor. My favourite, a little old 2CV, and I'm a user of 123 ignition, and I can tell you they really work well. On my 2CV I've got this, the Evo version, which is pretty much the same as the standard one, except for this one's got a pipe here that you connect up to the inlet manifold of the car, and it can sense the difference in load through the carburetor and adjust the timing accordingly. This one has various curves for the different 2CV engines, and the guy who started 123 started it because he was a 2CV fan, and that was his first product. All this other stuff came later. The most recent style of 123 is actually a Bluetooth enabled, so you can download some software onto your laptop, and if you want to, whilst sat in the car with the car running, you can actually change the advance curve based on a computer model that you can set, and you can Bluetooth it directly to the distributor. So that's the very latest. You can also have, which these are, which is a USB cable. So it's the same difference, but it's cable driven. So if you're on a rolling road or something like that, you can get absolutely spot on to what you want. This one's a 6-cylinder, that one's a 4-cylinder. These will go positive or negative earth, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Last one I want to show you is this Rover one. Now, this morning we had a customer on, wasn't quite sure whether he'd got the right one or not. This is a 35D Lucas Distributor out of an early Rover V8, and it's pretty much the same as the later ones. The only difference is that this has got a little flat tag in the bottom that sits down into the oil pump and drives the oil pump, whereas the later one, this is just a round shaft and that bit isn't there because the oil pump's driven differently. So this one here is a 123, is the later one. It comes to just the round shaft at the bottom and a hole in it, and you've refit your gear and pin to the bottom of that, put it in, and all's hunky-dory. If it's the earlier type, you need the one that's got the little tag at the bottom that drives down into that oil pump. So there we go, 1, 2, 3 distributors. They're replacements to most of the classic Lucas distributors that were available to most of the cars that we service. Wonderful bits of kit.